Hello, Flimsy Lunch Tray here with a battle for you in Islands of Ice in Domination Mode featuring, for the first time ever, the Tier 8 Premium USS Kidd, which is a premium destroyer that you can get for, was it doubloons, in the premium shop. So I took advantage of with this ship during the Christmas additional coupons that you get, as I was getting tired of always being targeted by CVs. So I decided that I was going to take matters into my own hands and take the Kidd, which the gimmick for the Kidd, unlike any of the other US destroyers, is that she has a heal, and her AA defense is really good. So when you use the what's it called? A defense expert. That's the achievement. Okay, the U on the bottom right of consumables. I'm spacing that right now. Defensive AA. When you get to use that as well, really good. So every time I take the Kidd out, I get no CVs. But when I take other ships out, 80% of the time I get CVs. So yeah. Anywho. So I'm going to be talking about, in this battle, and giving you a review and showcasing the Kidd, as this is going to be a really good battle, rather close, as it were. I'm also going to have a video following in a few days featuring the build of upgrades and the commander build that I do on the Kidd, so if you don't want to miss that, make sure to subscribe to catch that. So, we started off there, you saw the Kidd player was sitting still for a bit, so he didn't get the early jump, and I just decided I was going to go this way and work up along the side, going through B and then up towards C. We'll find out if what destroyers are over here or what not. I have the Massachusetts and Jean Bart with me, and then we have the Alaska, Benham, Georgia, and Kidd going towards A. And so already, we've, looking at the mini-map, we see that the Black and the Cossack have been spotted over by A. So that means that the Friesland is over here, and he's the one who capped C. So already I'm going through my mind what is important things to keep in mind about the Friesland. The Friesland is a European destroyer. She does not have torpedoes. She has a hydroacoustic search. Pretty decent gun reload, DPM, and a good smoke generator too. So keeping those things in mind, I'm kind of waiting here to see this Massachusetts and Jean Bart push up with me to support me, because I don't want to overextend myself, which is why you kind of see me slowly looking over my shoulder and then looking back. And the Georgia on our team, he's going to do really good, as he got that nice devastating strike on that St. Louis. In the opening phases of the map. Now, this is an interesting call I make here. I decide that I'm not going to open fire on the Friesland yet. I want to be closer, and at the same time, you see me looking over my shoulder again. I'd like to have backup from the Massachusetts and JB. In dealing with the Friesland. As you can see, the Friesland, I didn't quite realize that at first how much he was just open water gunboating, but he's focusing in Alaska. And so after watching the replay, I kind of regret that I didn't open fire sooner, because I wanted to have the stealth to move in closer, because the Friesland is he's going to be taking out the Alaska, as you see there. So perhaps if I would have intervened a little sooner, I would have distracted his fire. But that's honestly, the position that the Alaska is also a relatively aggressive position to be in the first place. So there's more than just the Friesland that did that much damage to the Alaska. So he decides to slow down, smoke up. So I'm going to see if I can get some shots in here. The Kidd player is now not helping at A, and he's heading this way. And he's going to be an interesting figure, as you're going to see later on in the battle. And we'll talk maybe about that a little bit. So my team's asking me to move up and spot the Minnesota. But the Minnesota just fired after he asked me to, so he's smoke penalty firing range is going to be visible to the Jean Bart in Massachusetts. And I was waiting to see which way he was going to go before I dumped my torpedoes. And we lose our Benham. A little bit more about the Kidd. She has roughly I have a 3.3 second reload on the main battery right now. I am using a 19-point commander on the Kidd. But she only has one torpedo rack, and it takes roughly like, just under 2 minutes for it to load for those 5 torpedoes. So she's kind of a hybrid destroyer, but she leans more towards being a gunboat in the sense that she only has one torpedo rack and she has the heel. So she's meant to brawl with other DDs. And I thought that Friesland was backing off, so I was going to hook around into towards the Minnesota. But the Kitakaze player has been rushing him. So right there, notice that the Kitakaze player had full health. And I'm hoping to get some shots on the Minnesota over the island. And then my goal now is to just move up. Okay, now he's taking some damage. I think he must have got shot by someone. Is to move up around the island and team up with the Kitakaze player and taking out this Friesland. Because I don't want him to just do a one-on-one engagement. I want to be able to assist him. And I think... Yeah, I'm wondering if the hydroacoustic search from the Friesland is picking up the Kitakaze player, and that he's got himself in that bad situation. Which is why you don't want to discharge a smoke screen with a Friesland in it. As you see, I didn't do that, because I know the hydroacoustic search, he's going to spot me before I get within that hard detect range. So I'm hoping to help the Kitakaze player out here, take out the Friesland. But he's going to get the kill on the Kitakaze player. And now our Kitakaze player is out of action, but we've got the Friesland. And now I'm going to immediately contest, take this cap. I'm going to smoke up, ensuring that I can take this cap no problem. I'm going to creep forward, make my smoke screen a little bit longer. So that's going to work out well. The Minnesota is going to outrun my torpedoes, but right now I'm really just trying to set him on fire. So I'm trying to focus on that large superstructure as we get this solo cap there. I'm moving around in the smoke. If you're a destroyer sitting in a smoke screen, keep moving around. That's going to ensure not being maybe hit while you're capping, or otherwise even not in a cap. It's just good destroyer player practice. The enemy Georgia takes out our Georgia, which one of the concerns I had when I saw that A flank was folding, even though we have BC, was that now it's going to put pressure on the broadside of the Massachusetts and JB. But we're still, the enemy has a little bit more of a lead than us, since I just now flipped the cap. So 1 destroyer each team, 2 battleships each team. And so I'm letting my team know to be careful of the Cossack, because I imagine the Cossack is just out in front of me, and he's waiting, or he already has dumped torpedoes in towards the Jean Bart or the Massachusetts, but I'm assuming his target's going to be the Jean Bart's. Because if I was a Cossack, I would move up and probably dump torpedoes between these 2 islands right in front of me. And so that's what helps when you're trying to, well, what would you do if you were to destroy an enemy team? Maybe sometimes it's different. But for me, that's the move I would have done. So I'm wanting to try to spot him for the team. And there's the 4 torpedoes single fired. So I know he's moving up that direction. Yeah, that's gonna miss. Did he take 1? I think he took 1. I'm not sure. Can't tell. So now what as I'm coming out here, I'm wanting to see if the Cossack is just still sitting out here gunboating, because if he has max concealment, I think he's like 5.5 kilometer concealment. Or if not, if I was him, I would move up around the north side of this island towards C. So this is the decision I have to make. I know that Georgia, even like roughly 30, 40 seconds ago, he's going to go towards B. He wants to flip our cap. So I have to make a decision here. Am I going to continue chasing to Cossack, figure out where he is, or am I going to go flip a cap? So it's going to stop their points advantage, because right now we have a slight points advantage. But once the Georgia flips B, then we're going to be behind relatively quickly, because there's this pincer movement happening for our team right now. But thankfully, the Minnesota doesn't have full line of fire with that island of ice in the way. But I've dumped torpedoes hoping to catch the Minnesota off guard. Now I am not firing just open gunboating yet, because I want to get closer to A before I start doing that. And my torpedoes aren't going to make it, but now we're going to start opening up, because I have relatively good range with the guns here. And I want to help my team take out this Minnesota as soon as possible, so they only have to focus on the Cossack and the Georgia. As you can see, the Cossack did go up around the island, and he's gone into sea now and flipping it back. So it kind of forced the Jean Bart player out of the cap, because he wants to get the island between him and the destroyer. And our Massachusetts is going down to deal with the Georgia. And it should be okay as long as and you can see, I just checked the health there of the Georgia player. As long as the Massachusetts stays bow in. Not sure what that sound was. So yeah. And let's see if we can almost finish him here. Okay, there goes the Minnesota. And now I'm instantly going to full throttle it, and we're going to turn around. And I'm just trying to see what happens here. But the Massachusetts player makes a poor decision here, in that he starts turning to the right, to starboard, and he's showing side to the Georgia, and the Georgia just punishes him for it. And so, yeah, so this isn't going to end well for the Massachusetts player. So, it's going to turn into a 2v2, but the Georgia player is almost dead. But at this point, I'm not going to go for B. The Georgia player needs to die. When you look at the points, we only have one cap ticking, while they've got 2 caps ticking right now. So it doesn't look favorable for us at the moment. But that's why, every now and then I do videos is, don't give up. Keep fighting to the very end, and don't just throw your ship away and say, oh, we've lost. Because that's where great plays and battles are made, and good replays in situations even like this. So, I'm asking the Jean Bart player if he can contest C, because we need to slow down their point intake. And you're going to see the Kitty player come back. And this is my thing. If you're a player and you're dead, one, it means you're dead. And secondly, if you start talking in chat like this, I'm not going to listen to you as a player. If you offer supportive feedback and just insight, maybe you're seeing something we're not quite seeing for the players that are left alive, then yeah, I'll listen. But as soon as you start throwing accusations and hate in chat, I'm not going to pay attention to you. I'm not even going to respond. So now I did smoke up here because I want to pop in and out of my smoke screen and try and take out this Georgia. He's not paying attention to me with his main guns, which I just realized instantly there. He wants to go for the Jean Bart player. He wants to slap him again with the main guns. My goal is to kill him before he gets around the corner of that island. We set him on fire, and he did get a main salvo off there. And it looks like most of that just ricocheted. So that's good, because I need the Jean Bart player alive. But because the Kidd's more of a gunfighting destroyer, you saw me spam that heal. I didn't use it till I needed to use it. And I knew I could tank a little damage, and even having the The det flag was no chance of detonating. I'm always take that when I'm in playing ranked matches. I don't have to worry about maybe even getting blapped and just instantly detonated. So I could play a little more aggressive in that situation. Now the Cossack player is just going to keep resetting. He wants to get fires burning on the Jean Bart. He wants to have his torpedoes flying in here, which if he has a quicker reload time, I think could be roughly a 1 minute reload. Because Cossack's gimmick is it's got hydroacoustic search. It's British destroyer, but it only can shoot 4 torpedoes. And I think the base is 66-second reload. But he has a better detect concealment than me, being 5.5, or I believe I'm rocking to 5.8 here in the Kidd. Now my goal is to slide in here with JB. I've let him know that I still got a little bit to go on my smoke. But what I want to do is I want to get in between the Kidd, or want to get in between the Cossack and the Jean Bart player. I want to throw him off. I want him to question, wait, should he be focusing the Jean Bart player? Should he be focusing me? Because we're about to take the cap here, as you see. And he switches fire to me, which is what I wanted him to do, because I can avoid the shells better than what the Jean Bart player can do. And now with this health pool that I have still, in being able to use the heal, I'm just going to gunboat him. I'm going to try to keep moving this way. I know he's probably got maybe some more torpedoes coming soon, so I'm kind of altering my course a little bit, but then we're going to slow down and here in just a minute. And thanks for the compliments in the chat. And the Cossack player is about to go dark, but he, for some reason, shoots his guns again, and we're going to be able to finish him off here. And you can see 902, 942. 942 points for the enemy team, while we had 902. Clock was ticking, almost out of time. So we were able to pull it back, and getting that cap helped. So we reached rank 5 there. We got over 406,000 credits, almost 7,000 base XP, 438 free XP. We got 45,988 damage. 3 destroyed, 4 set on fire, 3 solo caps, so we made almost a whole circle around the map, and including that assisted cap. So that's going to put us second on the team with 2,064 base XP, with the Georgia player on our team doing really good with 2,136 base XP with 3 destroyed. So the 3 of us did a pretty good job on our team, and you can see our Kitikaze player on our team, sword second from the bottom. So you can see the damage there. It wasn't a lot, but it was what counted in the end to be able to help win the game. As you can see, the Minnesota took most of the damage, and with premium count, we netted over 359,000 net profits, or been 224,000 without premium. Because I just like to show how sometimes you get more bonuses with having premium account. So all in all, that was a good battle. I really didn't know how it was going to turn out in the end there. Once we were able to kill the Georgia player, that really helped. And the fact that the JB player did really well. He avoided a lot of torpedoes, played really smart there. Because I'm pretty sure that if we didn't kill the Cossack and the Cossack was able to kill the Jean Bart player, we would have lost. So that was a really close one there at the end. And so for myself, being able to put myself between the Jean Bart player and the Cossack, and just being able to draw some of that fire away, was really helpful. Because Cossack has got relatively good DPM, but also has a relatively good fire chance as well. So as I said, I will be having a video in the next few days featuring the build on the Kidd, what I take upgrade wise and what I take for the commander build. So if you want to catch that, make sure to subscribe, as I'll break down and go over all that since the commander rework. And if you did like this battle, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe if you want to see more. If you already subscribed, really appreciate it as we continue to grow the community here with you. So until next time, take care.